Hello everybody, my name is Cool. I'm bringing you guys Replay Cast number 21, and this is cool because I think I have short-term memory span. Actually, no, I do have a slightly short memory span, and that's actually going to play a big part in today's cast because I was casting this last night, and I made it halfway through, but then my OBS crashed. So OBS is the thing I'm recording stuff with, so that crashed. So long story short, I didn't make it all the way through the game, but I did see half of it. But because of my short-term memory span, I'm probably gonna forget half of what I saw, so it'll be just like a brand new cast. Yay! So anyway, we are jumping ourselves to a view replay cast. As always, implied with the view replay cast, I'm not going to tell you guys who sent it in because the general assumption is the person who sent it in is probably on the team that won. So no spoilers for you guys. And let me go ahead and actually hide this while I can. Go ahead on free camera, activate it. Hidden. Yes, it is now hidden, and we're jumping ourselves into this game. So I'm not really too sure what to be expecting in this game. Actually, no, I am. I kind of am, because like I said, I did see half of it, but you guys aren't expecting to see what happened in this game. That's all that really matters. And I think I have some text in a language. I think I was Russian. I don't know. And we're jumping ourselves to a captain mode. Okay, cool. Captain's mode. Sweet. I think I remember this. Yeah, I need some water. I think I remember this. We see the first band on the side of the diary as a Ricky, which is a weird band. I guess it is all in the face of Ricky. Yeah, definitely not the standard bands. Hopefully we'll see some standard bands follow. No, we see an Axe band on the side of the Radiant.
Dire team band.
These are pretty either targeted bands or just bands that you don't want to see play in the pub. I'm just gonna assume that these guys are in the team, random pub teams. So and they jump into a captain's mode queue. So they're all together randomly and they don't really know each other. But long story short, we see a Ricky band, we see an Axe band, we see an Ursa band as well. Ricky and Ursa kind of pub stompers, I guess you can put it that way. Ricky with invisibility for some reason, nobody ever buys detection, so he just walks up to you and just destroys you once he gets at level 6. So he's a band on the side of the diary. They don't want to face him. They obviously don't want to buy detection. Also the Ursa band, Ursa's pretty much the same as that case. Once he builds a Shadow Blade in the jungle, Shadow Blade Vlads, and he's pretty much destroying everything, walking around derping on up and slapping you in the face a few times and killing you every single time. So he's another one of those pub stompers, so they banned him as well. Silencer is the last band on the side of the Radiant. Not too sure what I'm thinking behind that one is, but anyway, on the first pick on the side of the Dire, we see a Pudge. That pick probably could have waited, but we do see a first pick on the Pudge. Moving on down to the bottom, we see a Faceless Void pick, and we also see a Windrunner pick. Windrunner is a little bit more standard. Faceless Void as a carry, he's a standard pick as well, but people usually pick him more towards the end, but they want to pick him up early. They want to make sure that they show their hand and say, hey, we got a Faceless Void. Your move, bro. Your move. Moving on to the rest of the picks on the side of the Dire side, they pick up a Coddle. Coddle's a solid support. This is post nerf, so Coddle is not as hefty as a support as he was before because that illuminate range radius got taken down. I think his chakra magic got taken down as well. Or maybe it was the region that it gave. I don't really know. Yeah, actually no, probably not that. We also say Nyx Assassin pickup, so this is also once again post nerf on Nyx Assassin as well. So that spike carapace cooldown early on is pretty darn long compared to what it was before. It was just 14 seconds at all levels, but now it is 23 seconds at that level 1, which is a lot of time. That's 9 extra seconds you have to wait for that spike carapace, so he won't be able to spam that every single time somebody comes up for harassment, which is actually really good choice by Valve just to make him less OP, because Spike Carapace in general is really good if everybody's just focusing
5 seconds remaining.
So having it on a 14-second cooldown, especially early on when nobody can really do any damage to kill you or anything. They can pretty much just go for harassment. You can get that Spike Carapace on top of them, and then you can go for a quick kill, and then while they're stunned up. And we got a last pick as Sniper on the side of the. Third pick as Sniper on the side of the Radiant. Not too sure what the thing behind that one is, but they want a Sniper, so let him get a Sniper. Moving on to the bands, they have a Warlock band. Warlock has been seeing a lot of play as of late. He's been pretty darn powerful when those big team fights break out. So seeing him banned out is not too surprising. Moving on down to the other band, they banned Jakiro as well. Jakiro's a much more standard band. Jakiro's just overall powerful support. Moving over to the Radiant bands, they banned out the Spirit Breaker. Not too sure what the thing behind that one is once again. Like I said, these are pretty weird bands so far. Spirit Breaker, I guess they don't want to face him. Spirit Breaker does have that global ganking presence, so he can't just pretty much gank from almost any direction because of his Charge of Darkness, which is very powerful if you use it correctly. So they don't want to face that. Smart ban, I guess. Smart ban. Sniper will probably face a lot of trouble with that. Moving over to the last ban, or moving over to the fourth ban on the rating side, we see a Magnus ban. Magnus is a much more standard ban. This is once again, this is post nerf. So Magnus as well was banned, or not banned, was nerfed as well. His skewer no longer goes through magic immunity, which is very sad. Actually, no, very cool, because that means when you activate your BKB, you pretty much Magnus can't hit you with cannot hit you with anything except for his ulti and his auto attacks. His overpower or overcharge, whatever it's called. That thing that gives you cleave for melee people. Well, actually no, even that doesn't go through magic immunity either, because that's magic damage. Oh, I never considered that. So anyway, long story short, Magnus got nerfed, so he's banned out. They probably could have gave the enemy team Magnus, but they probably don't want to face, or they obviously don't want to face him, so they banned it out. And the Dire are taking quite a long time to pick their last ban. I wonder who they're going to pick, or who they're going to put for it. My thoughts might be actually I can't really think of anybody. I guess the standard bans are Jakiro, Magnus, Batrider, and Darkseer, or Nyx Assassin, but Nyx Assassin made it through. So we might be seeing a Darkseer, we might be seeing a Batrider. Nope, we see a Lifestealer. I forgot about Lifestealer. Totally forgot about Lifestealer. Lifestealer does so well versus Pudge, because Pudge has so much HP, so much delicious HP for Lifestealer to steal, and he just steals it all in like through 2 hits. And heals himself up for quite a bit. So he is banned out. And also the last ban on the side of the rating side is a Death Prophet. Death Prophet is so powerful in that pushing. Or in that pushing potential. If you look at the Dire side, they do have a Caudle who's really good at pushing. Nyx Assassin is good at just going around, ganking everything, and just destroying everybody if they get caught out. And Pudge is just Pudge. I mean, not too much to say about Pudge. Sand King is picked up by the Dire. I'm very interested to see who the Radiant pick up for the. Okay, they pick up a Phantom Lancer. That's going to be a lot of farm to balance between Phantom Lancer, Faceless Void, and Sniper. Not too sure who's going to be getting the primary farm. If I had to pick, I would definitely say. Yeah, I don't really know who to say. Because technically, Phantom Lancer can get really out of hand, but Phantom Lancer doesn't have the Caudle to back him up, so he's not the best choice to have as a primary farmer. Faceless Void, he's always good at almost any engagement you put him in, because of his Chronosphere and because of his bash. So maybe he wants to be the primary farmer. Sniper, he can be the primary farmer as well, but he's very fragile. We see a last pick as Night Stalker on the side of the Dire. So they want him to be the global ganking presence. I'm not too sure how that lane's going to be panning out. To be honest, Pudge is more than likely going to be mid. Nyx Assassin, Sand King, and Caudle, I'm not too sure where they're going to be going, but Night Stalker is going to be going in a side lane, obviously. And there's a Nature's Prophet as the last pick on the side of the Radiant. So their lanes are looking to be a Sniper mid, Windrunner, Faceless Void down bottom. Nature's Prophet in the jungle, and Phantom Lancer solo top. That is totally how I would call it. But I'm not too sure if we will see exactly that. So all the teams are picked up, so let me go ahead and do introduction, starting with this Radiant side. Starting with this Faceless Void, we have WP... something I can't pronounce. All in that Faceless Void. Moving over to the Nature's Prophet, we see Chudo Chocolate on him. Moving on to his Windrunner. Cool, we got Convenient Pause. Sweet. We have WP.QQ. WP.QQ Carrot on that Windrunner. Moving over to Phantom Lancer, we see BUBOL or Bubol on him. And last but not least, on this Sniper, we see WP.KO on him. Moving over to the Dire side, as far as their introductions go, we see something. What's this? Pack. I see Pack something or Pack. Yeah, I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce that, because I'm pretty sure it's not pronounced the way it looks like it's pronounced. On that Pudge, we see moving on to Night Stalker, we see ECTB. Oh my god, so many pauses coming from these guys. These guys obviously want to wait for something. I'm not too sure what they're waiting for. But we see that person on that Night Stalker. Moving on to Sand King, we see Slowpoke on him. And last but not least, actually no. Second to last, but second to not least, we see something I can't pronounce on that Nyx Assassin. I wish I knew whatever that language was so I can pronounce it. So I can actually pronounce his name for you guys, but sadly I can't. I'm just one of those people who only know one language. Sadly. I know, sad. Technically I know two. One I created myself, but it's not fully developed. But anyway, moving on to this Caudle, we see Hunter on him, and he's the last person to do introductions on. And I wonder what all those pauses are about, but I'm not too sure. It looks like we're going to see Pudge mid. Pudge did go for bottle first. I do not recommend this. I will never recommend this for all eternity, unless you're completely hoarding the runes, which I don't know. I really don't know if Pudge hoarded the runes or not. But if he does not hoard the runes, then he will probably be paying for picking that bottle first. Who really knows? But Pudge did rush for that bottle first. Now, the reason why I don't recommend going for bottle first is because bottle first is a huge investment in your gold, and that's what's that, 99% of your gold, 99 point something percent of your gold. I mean, it's almost 100% of your gold. He has 3 gold left, or he had 3 gold left. After he bought that bottle, because you do start with 603 gold, so that's a lot of your gold getting invested towards that bottle. And if it doesn't pay off, as in if you don't continuously hoard those runes and get those runes to get more bottle charges, then you pretty much have no regen in your lane. So that's a thing you have to worry about, a thing you have to be afraid of whenever you go for bottle first. A much better path is to definitely go 1 Tango and 2 Iron Branches, because that gives you 2 freaking stats and everything, and also gives you it gives you a source of regen. It gives you, what's that, a total of, how long does Tango last? Man, how long does Tango last? Tango lasts 16 seconds, and it gives you 100 and, okay, it restores 115, cool. So there you go, 115 HP restored times 3, so 115 times 3, that's 15, something.
You didn't need that.
45, 345 HP restored. So that's 345 HP restored over the course of that time, and bottle gives you a lot more, a little bit more than that, but it's not all that much more. The only thing bottle gives you is mana regeneration. So I mean, compared to bottle, Tango gives you everything that bottle gives you except for the HP regen. And we see Windrunner do a little bit of harassment on top of Pudge. Pudge tried to turn around, throw a hook on top of her, pull into the lane, and he missed. Creep was in his way. What more is there to say? He pops himself a few bottle charges so he can actually heal up some HP and get his mana back up. Let me go introduce the lanes. As far as the lanes go, starting with this bottom lane, we see a Sniper Faceless Void versus a Nyx Assassin Coddle. So that'll be a pretty fun lane to watch. Actually, pretty weird lane. Who's going to be a primary farmer on the side of the Radiant Dire? I don't really know. Maybe Nyx Assassin, because Nyx Assassin can actually do something. Coddle can just push lanes. That's just about it. We see Nature's Prophet. He is in the jungle. He's on the Radiant here. He's just, I think he's, yeah, he's doing that kind of farm. I've seen this once before where Nature's Prophet basically TP's down here, and he TP's over here consistently, just back and forth, farming the jungle. I don't think it's the fastest way to jungle as a Nature Prophet, but I mean, I've seen it done. I think the few times I've seen it done, it didn't really work out too well, but we'll see how it works out for this one. Anyway, moving over to introductions on this top lane, we see a Faceless Suicide Solo Lane Faceless versus a Sand King Night Stalker. So Faceless is probably going to be getting no farm because all Night Stalker has to do is silence. Never mind, he doesn't have points of silence. Never mind. All he has to do is silence him, and Faceless is pretty much a sitting duck. And this middle lane, as you guys can probably already figured out, it's a Windrunner versus a Pudge. Go figure, right? So Pudge is trying to line up a hook. The creeps are all up in his way, and he's gonna go get a last hit. And he's probably gonna try to line up a hook now. It's pretty obvious when Pudge is trying to line up hooks. Sometimes, if a Pudge makes it too obvious, then the person just runs away and just lets a creep body block him. Like that lane right there was a perfect lane for Pudge's. Oh my gosh, we see Faceless taking a lot of damage. He does go down. First blood does go to does go to the Dire side. So that was technically not first blood. The creep got the last hit on top of him. I thought it was first blood. But he did go down. We did just barely miss that one. We see Sand King taking quite a bit of damage trying to go for those last hits. Definitely not worth it. He has 3 tangos though, so he'll be fine. Oh my gosh, boots first. Okay. I need to take a look at these items really fast. So, judging by this game, no offense to the players, but this is a relatively low level game. No offense, once again, no offense to the players. But we see some pretty weird things happening. Nature's Prophet has a courier for his team, but he's not activated, so there's no courier for the team. That's actually pretty funny. So, anywho, he'll probably just TP back to base and activate that. As far as the items go, do not start boots first, because boots first give you 50 movement speed, and movement speed is almost always never the answer to help you survive whenever you're in lane. I see the Coddle has boots first. That's not good at all. The Coddle could instead have himself a Tango and some mana potions. Yeah, sure, Coddle has Chakra Magic. He doesn't need magic regeneration, sure, blah, blah, blah. But if Coddle plans to use that on both him and Nyx Assassin, he does need that until he gets that Chakra Magic level 2 at least. Because level 2 is when it starts really paying off. There's Illuminate getting thrown out. It does bounce back on everybody. Nyx Assassin pops that spike carry pace for no apparent reason. He probably thinks Coddle's wave is going to hit him. Maybe he has a post. What was it? PTSD? I forgot what it's called. I forgot what it was called, guys. I forgot what it's called. But he has that, and he's like, oh man, as a Coddle charge to Illuminate, I must fight carry pace. So he's doing that as as a force of habit as opposed to a actually planned out movement. But anywho, the fight is continuing on. These guys are just farming back and forth. The person who has the most farm on this entire map is the Sand King, because Sand King has probably been doing this entire time, pushing his lane and farming up like a boss. Look at that, 1 last hit going to him, 2 last hits going to him. He did take a point in that caustic finale. So that's also going to be pushing the lane as well. One thing to remember, whenever you're playing his lanes in the laning stage, you do not want to push your lane if you can help it at all. So definitely try to avoid all the AoEs that you possibly can unless they're absolutely necessary. Caustic Finale on Sand King is not necessary at all, because it's much more beneficial for him to have more points in Burrow Strike, more points in Sandstorm, and more points in stats than that ability. And also, this is a unique attack modifier, so if he does plan to get lifesteal for some apparent reason, or he plans to get some type of unique attack modifier, he has to get an older version of it, because he cannot use it, because Caustic Finale is an ability, like I said, a unique attack modifier. And unique attack modifiers don't stack. Except for slow does stack. Next Prophet throws the Sprout around Nick's Assassin, throws out the auto attack. The Nick's Assassin in a little bit of trouble. He probably wish he held that spike carry patch for a little bit while. And then these guys is back on up. Faceless Boy does get hit with the Illuminate from Coddle. He does have 1 Wraith Band in his bank account, or in his inventory. Not the ideal build to go, especially for as a Faceless Boy. Faceless Boy doesn't really need all that much early attack speed and early damage, mainly because all he wants to do in the early game is to farm. Faceless Boy needs to get himself a Mask of Madness. He needs to get himself a he needs to get himself Mask of Madness. He needs to get himself Power Trace. He needs to get himself some form of faster attacking, as opposed to just going straight up Wraith Band. A naked Wraith Band is not good at all. It'd be more, like I said, it'd be more beneficial for him to have like just 1 slipper of agility and a Quelling Blade and some boots. That'd be much more better for him at this current point in time. But he doesn't have that at this moment. He only has a single Wraith Band, so he's probably saving up for a Ring of Health, I'm assuming, so that way he can stay in lane and farm forever. Ring of Health does that for you. Pudge is walking around the side. He's trying to see if he can get a quick kill against Windrunner. Windrunner will be standing still for him. Ulti will come from Pudge. No, Pudge is out of mana for that ulti. If only he would use a few bottle charges. He has 3 bottle charges. A huge blunder by him. He has 3 bottle charges, and he didn't use a single one. If he would have used at least 1 before while he was walking up to that lane, he would have definitely had enough mana for his ulti. So just a little bit of blunder on that Pudge, or sorry, not a little bit of blunder. Huge blunder on the Pudge that cost him a kill. That cost him first blood. Technically first blood. That was actually, no, that wasn't technically first. That cost him the first blood call. I don't think it would have given him the first blood gold. Okay, Pudge finds himself in this room. Windrunner's walking on the side. She sees a Pudge. I don't know if she saw what Runa was, but Windrunner does have her ulti early on. Not really ideal, especially as a Windrunner, because Windrunner can't really do much as far as the damage output goes unless she builds a whole bunch of damage stuff. Anyway, Pudge is here. Pudge is trying to see if he can find himself a Windrunner. Windrunner's going to stand still. He can't just throw the hook. The hook does just barely miss. Pudge was invisible. He just stood still. He was trying to make sure she didn't juke or anything, and she decided to juke anyway. Nice Stalker is low. He does have an Earner Shadow, so that's pretty cool for him. Sand King just charging up his Sandstorm. He's trying to catch himself a quick kill on top of this Prophet. He will be able to get that kill on Prophet. Meanwhile, we see Phantoms trying to go toe-to-toe with the Sand King. Nice Stalker comes from the nowhere. Beautiful Void on top of him, and there's a Nice Stalker going down, but Sand King is able to get the last hit on top of Phantom Lancer. And he throws up a laugh for that. So Sand King's doing pretty well. He's pretty happy. I think he's saving up for something big. Probably a Blink Dagger. I wouldn't recommend this. Actually, no, I would recommend this. Actually, yeah, I'll take it back. I would recommend this. Things are going well for him. He's playing relatively well. He has died 0 times. He has two kills on 1 assist, 0 deaths. So he can buy a Blink Dagger and jump in for those quick engagements, help his team out. Nick Assassin is building himself what looks to be Earner Shadows as well. This is a huge no-no, guys. If somebody on your team has a Earner Shadows, do not build an Earner Shadows yourself. If you're looking for the stats, go for something else besides Earner Shadows, because the only stats Earner Shadows gives you is +6 strength. Yeah, +6 strength and +50% mana regeneration. If you want that, build yourself a Bracer and a Ring of Basilius and call it a day. It's a little bit more expensive, but it'll be a lot less redundant. You do not need redundancy when you're talking. So you do not need redundancy when you're considering Earner Shadows, because the Earner Shadow charges only go to one person only go to one source out of the 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 that are available. So if everybody on the side of the dire side decided to get Earner Shadows, then and they were all in like playing 5-man Dota, and they killed one person on the Radiant side, only one person out of all 5 of them would get an earn charge, or would get credit for those earn charges. So you always have to be careful about that. Faceless is trying to run away. He only has level 1 doppelwalk. That's really playing pretty darn risky. Down bottom, we got a little bit of engagement happening on top of his Faceless Void. Faceless Void does time walk away. It is only level 1 time walk, so it's not moving all that far, but it's far enough for him to get away. So that's all he really cares about. Like I was saying before, Faceless does have only 1 point at doppelwalk. That's playing pretty darn risky when you play in a suicide lane, because level 1 doppelwalk is what makes Faceless so able to play that suicide lane. Mainly because he can pretty much spam it out whenever he wants. As you can see, whenever he levels it up, he gets it costs less mana, and not only that, it also the cooldown is reduced to 15 seconds, and it lasts for 8 seconds. So that's pretty much every he can activate doppelwalk and walk for the full duration, and then 6 seconds later activate doppelwalk again, and pretty much spam that every single time he gets in trouble. That's what makes it so survivable. That's what makes it so hard to kill. But he only has 1 point in that. He's decided to max out Spirit Lance instead, which is not really good. If you look at the mana cost for both of these things, say he wants to do doppelwalk to jump in for a quick engagement, and then activate Spirit Lance to do a lot of damage. Spirit Lance costs 140 mana, and his doppelwalk at level 1 costs 150 mana, so that's almost 300 mana that he's spending, and his mana pool is only 450. So that's quite a bit of mana if you guys haven't already figured that out. As opposed to having a doppelwalk max. Nice. Basically backtracks that one, so no damage for him. Kado's getting caught. Kado might go down. No, Kado will not be going down. We saw 2 kills happen. Hold on. Did I miss 2 kills trying to explain all that? Yep, I totally missed 2 kills trying to explain all that. No, wait, no, I didn't. I didn't. That was Sand King. Sand King got the double kill up top. See, guys, I didn't miss anything. Ha, take that. We see the... Well, what do we see? Pudge is trying to get himself a hook on top of this Windrunner. He needs to just go ahead and go down bottom, see if he can go for a gank on that. Or, yeah, definitely go bottom. That's bottom's looking so vulnerable right now, especially Sniper. He can go for a quick kill on Sniper. He can go for a quick kill on top of Nyx Assassin. Especially since Nyx Assassin is not level 6 yet. And as soon as I say that, he's about to turn level 6. 1 more creep death, that's all he needs. Nope, no more creep deaths, so no level 6. Meanwhile, on top we got Faceless and a lot of trouble. Faceless does just doppelwalk away, and he's going to stand still. Top tower does go down. Spirit Lance thrown out by Faceless. He's trying to do a little bit of damage to Night Stalker, but Night Stalker doesn't care. Ulti from Nature Prophet will be pushing these guys back. It did quite a bit of damage. Meanwhile, down bottom, we see a kill going to Faceless Void. Faceless Void got the kill on top of Nyx Assassin. His ulti was used for that. And there's a healing salve on him popped, so he can heal on up.
Dire's bottom tower.
There's Prophet TPing back into the jungle. Go ahead and farm some more. That's not Prophet. Faceless is running around. I think Faceless is building himself Tranquil Boots. Like I said, this is post nerf for Tranquil Boots, so Tranquil Boots are not as powerful as they were before, but they're still pretty darn useful. Especially considering the fact that they do technically heal more. They heal 250 as opposed to 170, which I always thought was a weird number. But they heal 250 over 20 seconds as opposed to just 170 over 10 seconds. Nyx Assassin trying to see if he can go for a quick comes out of Faceless Void. He's thrown out everything by the Faceless Void. There's an Impale. There's also the Vendetta auto attack. And now he's on the run. There's a Spike Carapace pop. Meanwhile, I hear Pudge. Pudge is finally able to get a hook, and he's also able to get an ulti on top of that Windrunner. So Windrunner does go down. And these guys are running around the backside. There's a nice observer place over here. Jakiro observer. That's pretty cool. So nice observer ward placed over there for the Radiant, so they're able to see anybody and everybody who's walking around that backside. Kado's charged up, Illuminate, pushing the wave. These guys want to push down this tower by the looks of it. They want to be aggressive. Meanwhile, we see Pudge with the hatred. He might find himself a quick kill on top of Sniper. Yes, he will find himself a quick kill on that Sniper. Sniper going out, Sniper getting caught out. Meanwhile, Pudge is running away. We see Prophet around the corner. Prophet sees everything Pudge is doing, sees all the jukes. He might still get hooked. I don't really know. 1 more second for a hook, and the hook will be coming out soon. There's a hook, and there's a free kill. Double kill going to Pudge. Prophet just standing still, let him do that. Prophet could have just sprouted the Pudge. No, he was out of mana. At least he ulted before he went down. So his ulti will be on cooldown while he's dead. Sand King is pushing back the creep wave. Faceless getting a little bit aggressive with these illusions. That's one thing. So that's another thing to point out about Faceless. And another thing to consider when you play Faceless: don't go for so many points in juxtapose, mainly because Faceless does not attack nearly fast enough to actually take advantage of that. As you can see, his attacks per second is 1.07. We see engagement happen on top of him. He might be in a little bit of trouble. He activates the doppelwalk. The doppelwalk will be saving his life by the looks of it. Meanwhile, we see Pudge go down bottom, or sorry, mid. He goes down mid to the Windrunner. Not too sure what happened with that, but he did not ulti. He did try to hook, and he's building himself what looks to be a Hooded Defiance, which is actually a really nice item for him. And he almost has level 2 of his ulti as well. Let me go and take a look at the levels. As far as the levels go, levels, hero levels. Where's the hero levels? It's one of these hotkeys, guys. It's one. I'll get there eventually. Hold on. There it is. Hero levels is E. So As far as the hero levels go, wait, hold on. We see engage happen on top of here. Beautiful ulti from Faceless. He did catch himself a Nick Assassin inside of that as well. And now here's Prophet TPing in, trying to help out these guys. Ulti from Sniper might be taking his life. No, just a few more auto attacks. All they need are positive earn charge on top of Nick Assassin. He might be able to make it alive. Yes, he will be able to make it out alive. And we see Illuminate, beautiful Illuminate coming from Kato, just pushing everybody back. Everybody ate every piece of that. Kato activating the ulti as well, so he can go ahead and throw in a free Illuminate and walk away.
Under attack.
Meanwhile, top tower is getting pushed down by this Night Stalker and the Sand King. These guys really have to worry about this because that's a tier 2 tower. They don't want to lose that a little bit. They don't want to lose that too early. Carl's charging Illuminate around the corner. Will he be able to catch a kill on top of anything? No. But Prophet does take quite a bit of damage from that, and he's going to run away. He does have himself a hand of Midas, so he is going for that kind of build. He wants. If you're building a hand of Midas as a nature prophet, you want to make sure you stay in the jungle for as long as you possibly can. Sniper able to pick up a kill with that ulti on top of that Kato. And Kato instantly buyback. That's what I call a rage buyback, guys. Moving on to Sand King. Sand King's just all up in the jungle, or all up on the radius side. I don't know what he's doing over here, but he's just chilling. Phantom Lancer is on the pursuit, or in pursuit. Trying to get a Spirit Lance, trying to get something. Will he be able to get anything? I don't really know. There's also a Pudge over here. Pudge is just farming the middle lane. Like I said, he's trying to build himself that Hooded Defiance, so he's probably going for the next Ring of Region soon. Who is this? We see Phantom Lancer getting caught up. Phantom Lancer does get stunned up by the Sand King. Sand King pops the ulti. These guys will be chasing that illusion. They're trying to kill the crap out of that illusion. Meanwhile, Phantom Lancer's run away. Phantom Lancer might be able to make it out alive. Pudge is walking in the correct direction. Will he be able to see? Yes, the invisibility does wear off. Will Pudge be able to get the hook? It's a big question. Pudge trying to line up the hook. He's lining up. He's trying to wait for the last second. Pudge, hurry up a hook. He gets the hook. Just barely gets the hook. Pudge is about to give me a heart attack trying to wait for that one, but I do remember that from yesterday, guys. So I was trying to build it up as much as I could, but I wasn't building up as much as I did yesterday. But anyway, on that aside, we see Windrunner getting caught up by everything. Ulti from Night Stalker activated as well. Windrunner's going to try to Windrunner away. She might be able to make it alive. Mana burn thrown on top of her, so she can't activate anything afterwards. Pudge might be able to line up a hook. He will find himself a Faceless Void. Faceless Void ulti is up, but no. Windrunner does go down to the Void coming from the Night Stalker. I heard it from the background. Meanwhile, Faceless Void is on the run from 3 people on the side of the Dire. He might be able to do a nice Chronosphere and catch them all in it. I don't really know. Meanwhile, we see Kato going down to the Sniper once again from the ulti. Sniper just able to just whittle him down with an auto attack and with his ulti. That's one thing when you play Sniper, just spam your ulti as much as you possibly can because your ulti does so much damage and it's waste. Guys, we see Nick Assassin coming on the backside. Beautiful ulti coming from Faceless. He catches himself a Nick Assassin and a Pudge. Nick Assassin decided to walk past the tower, so he was able to see that. He was able to catch him off guard. So no impale for you, Nick Assassin. No impale for you at all. Pudge might be able to get a hook on top of somebody. Nature Prophet throws out the treants, so he can throw. Push the creep wave, help push out the creep wave a little bit. Sand King channeling that sandstorm in the middle of everything. Kind of getting in the way of Pudge's line for hooks, but Pudge doesn't really care. Actually, no, Pudge does care. Will Pudge be able to get a hook is a big question. He might be able to hook this Prophet if he knows he's up there. I don't think he knows he's up there, though. Let me go and take a look at the war coverage real fast. We see Radiant has pretty good war coverage. So that's really nice for them. Pretty decent war coverage, that is. They're able to see the bottom rune spot. They're also able to put an aggressive rune, have an aggressive ward up there so you can see who's coming around the backside. Pudge throws out a hook to the tree. The tree is not able to be hooked. Nobody was over there. Everybody on the side of the Radiant side was on the exact opposite side. Power shot from Windrunner thrown out, and Sand King is in a little bit of trouble. Sand King does have a blink dagger, by the way. That's one thing to mention. And who's this? Who's this? The Sniper waiting down around the corner, trying to see if he can get a quick kill on top of, I think it was, Kato. These guys have been pretty much hanging out down here. Sniper's just trying to get as much farm as possible, I think. He's going to go TP mid. T-Fight does break out. Totally missed half of it. Windrunner gets a kill on top of Night Stalker. And there's a Nick Assassin about to go down. Nick Assassin fight careful. It slows down everybody with the kills, but yeah, but it still doesn't matter. He still goes down to the Phantom Lancer's illusions. Continue on, what do we see? I hear Illuminate. Illuminate from Kato's getting charged somewhere. It's getting charged from the side. It does hit everybody and everything. Faceless Void almost going down to that. He's going to go ahead and back away while he can. Sniper's here as well. So Sniper was here to help out his team. I don't think Sniper really contributed in this fight, but it doesn't matter. He was still here to help his team out. Prophet almost getting hooked by that Pudge, but the creep was getting in his way, so Prophet will be able to farm down bottom. He's probably building himself those boots of speed, so he's probably going to be building power traits because he's trying to build a carry style, I'm assuming. Because he has a Hand of Midas. Hand of Midas is so good of an item, or such a good item for Prophet. But like I said, if you're going to be playing if you build a Hand of Midas, in general, you want to stay in the lane or in the jungle that you're in for as long as possible until you can get those big items, so you can farm up those items. Hand of Midas is definitely a farming tool. It helps you farm up a lot of big items a lot faster. So because Prophet built that Hand of Midas, he should be in the jungle for a little bit longer than he has been. Like maybe stay like for the 20, like not really show up in lane until the 20-minute mark. But he has been roaming around helping his team out these engages. He hasn't really had to. But he has, you see Sniper taking quite a bit of damage from that Illuminate. He's going to be running around in a few circles. Maybe he can build a little bit more region. He'd be a little bit more survivable. He does have himself a belt of strength, so he's trying to build power treads. So that's pretty good for his survivability. Raw survivability, but I'm not too sure. Sniper's going to be waiting around the high ground. He's going to do a few auto attacks on top of Sanking. Sanking might be going down to Sanking. Nope, Sanking just throws one. Bro strike on top of his head, and there's Sniper going down. Sanking playing pretty well as far as predicting where he should throw that bro strike at. Meanwhile, everybody is mid. Once again, Pudge waiting on the high ground, trying to see if he can catch him, but throws out the hook and catches up with Faceless, but Faceless is invisible. Faceless is on the run. Faceless is trying to get out while he can. Will these guys be able to make it out alive? There's a ulti from Pudge activated on top of Illusion. There's a Spirit Lance from Faceless on top of Pudge to slow him down, and here's a Nick Assassin about to go down. Nick Assassin almost kills the Faceless before he went down, but no, he still goes down. He's probably getting pulled into his ulti. Prophet in a lot of trouble. Prophet trying to get away. Will he be able to make it away? Yes. Face Void with a beautiful ulti. Prophet pops the ulti as well, so he can do a little bit more damage to everybody, and there's a Kalo going down as well. So double kill going for the Faceless Void. Meanwhile, I see Night Stalker walk around the backside. Night Stalker might be able to pick himself up with Windrunner. Ultimate Sniper will be hitting him on the face, and Windrunner is going to be going toe to toe. He might be he will not be able to get the last hit. He started stepped a little bit before, a little bit too early. Windrunner able to finish him off before he was able to finish her off, and Windrunner is getting closer and closer to her Force Staff. And speaking of which, let me go ahead and take a quick look at these items. Starting off with the Radiant side, we see Faceless Void has a Mask of Madness. He's trying to build himself those power treads. That's one thing. That's another thing to point out. Whenever you're building your power treads, definitely go for a more stat efficient item first. Even if it's just staying in your stash, just go ahead and go for it. Go for that Bandit Elbow skin. It only costs 450 gold. And oh my gosh, Sanking ulti side at middle of everything. Not Kato, Jesus. Faceless Void, something that starts with an F. Faceless Void going down pretty darn fast. Faceless Void did have that Mask of Madness activated, so he's taking an additional 30% incoming damage, so Sanking definitely making his Blink Dagger pay for itself, getting a free kill on top of the carry. So he's pretty happy about that one. But anyway, like I was saying, definitely go for that Band of Elbow skin because it gives him not only attack speed but also gives him damage. That's a much more better thing for him to go for, and then go for the Glove of Haste later. But he doesn't have it on his person yet, so it doesn't really matter. He will be able to buy his full power treads if he waits a little bit. Yes, he will be waiting a little bit for those power treads, or no, he's just be TPing away. He buys the TP scrolls, going TP mid, see if he can go for a quick engagement. He needs to be going farming. He needs to go like bottom or go top or go in the jungle, go somewhere and just farm up more items. Because Faceless Void needs a little bit more before he's able to be as effective. I mean, although we have seen him be pretty effective, this will be a Fenelon to end a Faceless Void catching out the Pudge. Pudge pops that haste stream so he can just run him out. He's running out while he can. Faceless Void, will you be doing anything special? Faceless Void ulti will be up in 5 seconds. This is a lot of people on the side of the Dire walking around this high ground. This will probably be the next place of the next engagement. Sanky with a beautiful stun come on top of everybody. It's a beautiful impale on top of Faceless Void's from the Nick Assassin just barely, so he can't do as much damage. This Faceless Void going down as well. The Master Man is definitely backfiring, and these guys are going toe to toe with the Night Stalker. Night Stalker about to be able to Nick Assassin will be able to pick off that ulti from Sniper. Will be killing that. Night Stalker at point blank range. Nick Assassin in a lot of trouble. Nick Assassin will be going down to the auto attacks from Nature's Prophet.
You've gone green, I see.
And Nature's Prophet did go for that stat efficient item, even though it's not the correct stat efficient item. It's still a stat efficient item nonetheless. By correct, I mean like Nature's Prophet is a intelligence hero, so he wants to go for that Robe of the Magi instead of that Belt of Strength. But it doesn't really matter. He did go for a stat item as opposed to a Glove of Haste, which I definitely recommend. It gives him a little bit more survivability. He'll also be able to finish up his boots whenever he wants. He has 1.7k gold in his bank account right now. I'm curious to see what he decides to buy. He could just finish up his treads and then go for whatever he's going for, because he does have the hand in mind, which is actually paying off for him. But anyway, I digress, guys, I digress. I'm looking at the items, continue on the items. See Faceless Void, he has a Mask of Madness and treads, I already said that before. Oh, he's getting close to those treads, he doesn't have them just yet. Windrunner has herself phase boots, and she also has herself a Force Staff. She's trying to build herself, yeah, what is she trying to build? Is that an Orchids? That's an Orchids. She's trying to build herself an Orchid Malevolence, yes, that's Orchids. She's trying to build herself an Orchid Malevolence so she can actually have a little bit more utility in the fight, which is actually pretty cool for her to have. This Force Staff Orchid Malevolence is so annoying to deal with when you're playing against the Windrunner. Especially if you're playing a Pudge, because if she silences you while you're riding yourself, that's extra damage you're going to take regardless of everything. I mean, like you're going to be not only doing damage to yourself, but you're going to take extra burn from the end of that. Anyway, Faceless Void is over here. Faceless Void's ulti's up in another 13 seconds. He's going to throw out the Time Walk. over to the side. He gets forced that forward by Windrunner. His Night Stalker come from middle nowhere. Silence. The Sniper's in a lot of trouble. Spiritland's coming out from Faceless on top of Night Stalker. And there's a Sprout thrown out by the this Prophet. There's ulti, the beautiful ulti coming from Faceless thrown on top of everybody. Who's this getting well done? That was Nick Assassin going down, pretty down fast. There's Pudge going down at the end of it. Faceless does go down too. The Coddle Wave. And whoa, who's this? Night Stalker will be going down soon. No, he will not be going down soon. That damage block. Windrunner's trying to go in for the kills. He's trying to go all the way in. I hear Sand King channeling his ulti in the backside. He was able to pick up the kill on top of Prophet. He's also going to be able to pick off a Phantom Lancer as well. Windrunner does go down. No, does not go down. Never mind. I thought Windrunner went down. But Windrunner was the only survivor in that entire game, mainly because she had tunnel vision. She was trying to get that quick kill on top of that Night Stalker. So Night Stalker able to stay alive. He's trying to build himself a Vanguard. This will be a late Vanguard. He can't go buy it now. Not too sure why he's not going to buy it now. All he has to do is go to the secret shop and pick up that last piece. And there's Sniper getting caught out. Sniper's in a little bit of trouble. Sniper's going to go ahead and ulti the Night Stalker in the face. And Night Stalker's getting tower aggro as well. And he doesn't really care. He's going to go ahead and walk away. Sand King's channeling his Sandstorm right beside the tower. Not a smart thing to do because tower can see you. Tower has detection. And there's a TP coming in from a Windrunner. No, Face Void. I thought it was Windrunner. Face Boy might be going. No, never mind. Face Boy might be going down. Blink out from Sand King. Sand King doesn't want to be here anymore. And this tower going down. Tower was denied by the Face Boy. Hit from Pudge. Does catch a Windrunner. I think and does an ulti from Pudge as well. This is a hold him down. Pudge is able to get the kill on top of her as well. So pretty much things are going back and forth as far as I can tell. And I have yet to finish the items, do I? Wow, this is pretty bad. Face Boy is going to go toe to toe with this Night Stalker. Face Boy will definitely win this fight. Never mind. Nick Assassin comes from the nose. Just swipes it off. This boy does go down. Night Stalker goes down to the Phantom Lancer, and there's a hook coming out from Pudge on top of who's Prophet needs to run while he can. Pudge ulti is up in another 2 seconds, 1 second. His ulti's up. He wants to try to catch somebody out. He might be getting caught out. He might be getting caught out. Sniper's here. Sniper's getting those mini stuns on top of him. That's so annoying to deal with. Sniper ulti getting channeled. This Pudge taking a lot of damage from everything, and he finally goes down to the next drop.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And the top tower does go down to the tree, and so Prophet doing a decent job with split pushing. Push with those treants and also coming into lane, but he needs to get this treant into the battlefield. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Treant will be down soon. There we go. Treants do go down. And let me go take a fast look at the items because I see everybody's building Aghanim Scepter by the looks of it. Yeah, Force Staff and Orcam 11 is coming up on Windrunner, so she already has Force Staff. She's coming up with that Orcam 11. Moving over to the Sniper. Sniper has himself nothing really special. He has a Ring of Aquila, that's his biggest item. But Phantom Lancer has a Vladimir's Offering. That's definitely not recommended as far as the Phantom Lancer goes. It's much more efficient to build yourself stat items as opposed to building Vladimir's Offering. Yes, it may seem like Vladimir's Offering is a really good idea because you have so many illusions, but just build yourself stats, and your illusions will not only do more damage, but your illusions will be more survivable. So the Fusel Blade is the go-to item. Also Mantis Style as well, because they both give you stats and they both give you nice utility. Sand King jumping in with his ulti. We see Night Stalker go down on the backside to his ulti from Sniper. And here's Sand King channeling his ulti. There's a Face Boy pops his ulti just to catch himself a free Sand King. And it's a hook from Pudge. Catches a creep. Catches a bloody creep, that is. And he walks away while he can. So that Sand King definitely going down. Sand King thought he was safe, but the ulti from Faceless Void says no. Definitely worthwhile. Free kill for Faceless Void. Anytime you can get a free kill with your Chronosphere, definitely go for it. I'd recommend it. I would recommend it. This Prophet pops himself a few treants. He wants to push his middle lane. He wants to push everything. He can't TP down bottom and push all over the place. That's one thing maybe Prophet's really good at, and I have faced that recently. It was pretty darn annoying, but there was a Prophet who was basically TPing all over the map, just pushing everything. He built himself a Shadow Blade, and we had detection, but it was late detection, and nobody was really ever there to counter the push. And we lost. We lost the game, guys. We lost the game. It was pretty annoying. But anyway, that's one thing Prophet's good at. Let's see, Prophet is building himself an Aghanim Scepter, and he has a hand in minus. That's really it. And power charge. So he's trying to, like I said, he's trying to build himself a carry style. He wants that Aghanim Scepter so he can pop his ulti every 45 seconds and do a whole bunch of damage all over the map. Moving on to Pudge. Pudge has himself a Hood of Defiance. Really good item for him to have, because it just reduces the damage that he does to himself with Rot, and also reduces the magic damage coming out from everybody on his enemies, on his enemy side. And that magic damage basically Sniper's ulti, Windrunner's power shot, Nature's Prophet's ulti, And that's really it. So that's quite a bit of damage, especially considering the fact that Sniper has been spamming his ulti, which I definitely recommend. But he has been spamming his ulti, so that pretty much negates a whole bunch of damage that he'll be taking from that. Who's getting caught up? I think this is a Pudge. Yes, this is a Pudge getting caught up. Pudge is going to run away while he can. He's just so survivable. Shotgun shot did not latch, apparently, so he's able to walk away with his life intact. Meanwhile, Nick has to walk around backside. He might be able to catch some free kill on top of somebody. I don't think he really will be able to. This will be the sight of the team fight. All the Radiant are heroes with that engagement for these guys. Nick has to try to do as much as he can. He's going to stand and fight, and he does stand and fight indeed, but he goes down nonetheless. Faceless able to pick up the kill on top of that. Meanwhile, we see Night Stalker run up. Oh my god, Night Stalker, he walking into the wrong neighborhood, bro. Pudge will be throwing the hook to try to save his life, but no, Faceless throws out the ulti. Faceless is going to be wailing on top of this. Night Stalker goes ulti channel from Sam King. He's able to get it off, and he was able to do a lot of damage to Faceless. Faceless doesn't really matter. He was able to stay alive long enough. And Sand King's going to continue to channel his Sandstorm for a whole entire 80 seconds. That's quite a long time to channel that. Blink over to the side from Sand King. Sand King will see if he can try to get a quick kill on top of somebody. He might be able to catch himself up with Sniper if he moves fast enough or if he knows he's over there. Meanwhile, we see a Dire's bottom tower go down to the creeps. And Connor's going to be pushing that back while he can. Sand King jumps in. He's trying to jump in on top of Sniper, but that burrow strike was a little bit too short, and he wasn't able to catch him, so it was one short. And there's a LOL coming out from the Sniper. One short burrow strike. Will Pudge be able to get a hook on top of somebody? I don't really know. He might be able to get a hook on top of Sniper, but no, Sniper's going to run the other direction. He doesn't want to get caught out. He's trying to build up that Shadow Blade so he can actually be survivable. Shadow Blade is really nice in helping his survivability, but I'm not too sure he'll be able to use it. Windrunner's going to be walking up here. She might be the next target for Pudge. She's going to go ahead and stand still for him. She gets hooked, and she gets ulti from the Pudge. Pudge is doing so much white damage to her. Force staff forward on top of Pudge. Wrong person to force staff, and she still goes down too. The Pudge's right. Ulti from Nature Prophet will be popping on top of everybody. And Pudge is going to be backing away. There's an assassin popping that spike carapace for no apparent reason. Too bad it doesn't work on creeps. Because if it did work on creeps, that would be pretty darn OP, in my personal opinion. Prophet is pushing up top.
Invisibility.
And he's getting closer and closer to Aghanim Scepter. He actually has enough gold for it now. All he has to do is go buy that point booster. But he probably wants to get out now. He has a Night Stalker. He also has a invisible Sand King walking up here. He might be going down soon. There's a void coming from Night Stalker. There's also a silence as well. Prophet's trying to run away while he can. He will be sprouting himself so he can try to TP away. He will be TP away. Sand King just burrow strikes a little bit too far. And they're not able to keep vision on top of Prophet. Prophet's just barely able to TP out. So the last time Sand King burrow strike too short, and this time he burrow strike too long. So it's definitely one thing. It's definitely hard to gauge when you're supposed to do one or the other. But if Sand King were able to jump in and burrow strike inside of the sprout, then he definitely would have been able to get a kill on top of that Prophet before Prophet's able to TP away, because Prophet just barely TP away. He TP away by the skin of his teeth, which is actually not skin, guys. It's not skin, guys. Trust me, that's not skin. That is not skin. That's plaque. That's disgusting. If you have skin on your teeth, that's disgusting. Actually, no. You have gums, yes, but if you scratch your teeth, like the top of your tooth, and something comes off, that is plaque. You need to brush your teeth. Speaking of which, I didn't brush my teeth when I woke up this morning, guys. Ew. Anyway, Night Stalker's going to come around the backside, trying to see if he can catch himself a free kill on top of this Phantom Launcher. That's not the real Phantom Launcher, silly. And this illusion will not be healing himself all that much. There's an ultimate Pudge on top of Prophet. Prophet's in a lot of trouble. Prophet will be going out too. Beautiful stun from Sand King, catching everybody. Ultimate Prophet will be getting thrown out anyway. And these guys are going to turn around, try to get a quick kill on top of Sand King. Faceless will be running away, and Nick Assassin's getting focused, fired by everything. And Sniper throwing on the shrapnel on top of Sand King. Sand King's going to stand still for a few seconds, taking a little bit extra damage, and now he's going to be walking away. While Ken burrow strikes away. Kado's charging and Illuminate, push the creep wave back, saying, hey, you got shoot. Windrunner gets hit by it. Windrunner shoots out power shot just to scout out. She forces herself away, and Sniper is walking away in the opposite direction. One thing I am glad to see is I'm really glad to see that Sniper's power treads are all in intelligence. So that means he's been tread switching. Either that or he accidentally hit the button. Nonetheless, tread switching before you use your ulti definitely gives you a little bit more mana, and also gives you it's more efficient whenever you're popping that ulti. So good play on Sniper's part. I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm not too. I can't confidently say he's been tread switching every single time, but at least he's tread switching whenever he's using his ulti. And Sniper might be able to catch himself a free kill on top of this Pudge. I don't think his range is quite far enough. His range is how far? Increases. Take aim increased by 300. I don't know what that means. Ulti from Sniper will be getting thrown on Pudge nonetheless, and this Pudge taking pretty much no damage from that. I mean, he took 200 damage from that. And that thing does, I think, 400 damage. It's supposed to do. You're supposed to do 505 damage. It only did like 200 damage to Pudge. So Pudge has a lot of magic resistance. He has that Flesh Heap level 4, so it has additional 16% magic resistance plus that Hood of Defiance, which is 30%. So it has 48% magic resistance plus 25, the innate 25. A sniper will be turned invisible while he's getting caught by everything. Pudge catches himself a hook on top of the Windrunner. Windrunner is going to be running away while she can. Pudge can't just turn around and ult for the face of Void, but he decides not to. I'm not too sure why he didn't decide to. Never mind. No, he doesn't have any of his teammates close by. That's pretty much the end of that pretty much the end of that aggression. Tornado Stick up on Kato, also Mechanism as well. So Kato's doing pretty well in that regard. So let me go take a look at the rest of let me take a look at the gold graph, because I haven't looked at it at all. Gold graph is in favor of the Radiant, which is actually pretty darn cool, mainly because those teamfights have been going their way. We see Windrunner force firing on that Night Stalker. Night Stalker does go down to the ultimate from Sniper. Pudge tried to throw a hook around the backside, but it did not catch anybody. Meanwhile, we got Faceless Void chasing that Kato. Faceless Void might be able to catch him, I don't really know. He's going to go ahead and throw out the ulti and walk away while he can. He throws a few auto attacks on top of Sand King. Sand King will be able to make it out alive. Hook from Pudge is barely missing. Prophet comes in. Prophet comes into the wrong neighborhood. He throws out a sprout on top of Pudge. Pudge does cancel Sprout, but it doesn't really matter. I think Prophet will still be going down. That is a mana leak on top of him, but it's only mana leak level 1. Prophet might be able to make it out alive, but I don't really know. Sand King does have a blink dagger. He also has himself another burst strike coming up soon, so he will be able to catch the kill one way or another. There you go. There's Prophet going down. Finally going down. But that is only a mana leak level 1 from the Kato, so it was not draining nearly enough mana. We see Pudge find himself a sniper in the jungle, and Sniper just turns invisible and walks away. And the whole entire dire side is just all up in the Radiant secret shop area. It's not really the Radiant jungle. Technically it is jungle because it has trees, so I guess this is the Radiant's jungle. Near the Radiant's ancients, you know, that's in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Anyway, continue. All that aside, all distractions aside, guys. Stop trying to distract me and stuff. We see a Blade Mail coming from Sand King. Pretty good item for him to have, as far as I mean, especially considering the fact that everybody's focused on him as far as I have seen. Starting with the Night Stalker moving way up, we see Night Stalker has himself an Urn of Shadows and a Vanguard. That's really it. That's his biggest item. Nothing too huge on him just yet. No Basher, no Aghanim Scepter, nothing else. Nothing else too impressive, really. Moving on to Kato. Kato has himself a Mechanism. He also has himself Tornado Stick. That's pretty much decent items for a support to have. Ideal items for a support to have, I guess. Pudge is waiting on the high ground, trying to see if he can find himself a free hook on top of anybody. Will he be able to hook anybody? It's a big question. I don't really know. We'll see soon. We see Nyx Assassin is building himself what looks to be a Dagon. This will be extremely late Dagon. This is about like a 40-minute Dagon that we're calling right here.
Radiant's bottom tower
so a pretty late Dagon. I would recommend abandoning going for a Dagon. Just go ahead and go for something else. Dagon this late will not be really all that worth it. We see ulti from Pudge able to hook that Windrunner. Windrunner able to run away fast enough. She 4 steps away just in time. And I hear ulti from Faceless Void. Ulti from Faceless Void does catch out Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin going down pretty darn fast. There's a mana leak from Kato throwing on top of Faceless Void. Faceless Void getting all his mana drained. Meanwhile, Prophet's trying to chase the Sand King. Sand King's able to sand slow around the backside. There's a beautiful sprout from the Prophet throwing on top of Night Stalker. Night Stalker pretty much going down to the auto attack from Sniper and Prophet together. And Prophet has himself an Aghanim Scepter, so he's able to pop his ulti, do massive amounts of damage everywhere around the map. Sprout thrown by Prophet on top of Pudge, but it doesn't really matter. He's taking so much damage from the Sand King. Pops himself a magic wand and heals on up. Now he's going to try to TP out, and he will be able to TP out Windrunner, able to pick up a kill on top of that Pudge. And she's trying to run away while she's getting 4 steps forward. She also has an Orchid as well. Ulti from Sniper able to hit on Kato, but Kato having a little bit too much HP for him to actually get the kill. Meanwhile, Sniper's trying to chase that Kato, and he is able to get away. Faceless does abandon. Oh god, not good at all. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't spell bad things for the Radiant side. I think it might, to be honest, because no, oh my gosh, ulti from Sniper will be able to hit that Sand King. Sand King does go down, and yeah, that was pretty weird because Sand King wasn't visible, but Faceless Void was still welling on him. I know that Sniper's ulti cannot be dodged, but I did not know Sniper's ulti gave you true sight. I thought it only gave you just sight of him. Maybe it does give you true sight now. I don't really know. Maybe they buffed it because he was a little bit underpowered. Yeah, I don't really know. Like I said, I thought it just gave you just vision of him, and it was guaranteed to hit. So anyway, they're able to get the kill on top of that nonetheless. Sniper's able to get the last hit on top of Sand King because of the ulti, and now Faceless Void will be farming up his Ancients. Faceless Void did opt to not go for a Battle Fury. Battle Fury, really nice item, and he also needs to build up his damage as well to make sure his Chrysalis can actually do something. Because right now he's only critting for about 240, which is not a lot, especially considering the fact that Draw Ranger, put in a Draw Ranger situation, Draw Ranger hits for, I think Draw Ranger hits for like 200 without items whenever she's level 16. So Faceless Void definitely lacking in as far as damage goes. So he needs to build himself a Mantis style, or needs to build, sorry, not Mantis style. He needs to build himself like a Yasha or something. Something increases damage, really. Something increases agility. That's what I mean. So that way, his crit will actually do something. Also, another thing to point out as well, whenever you do crit, your crit only counts for your base damage, not your extra damage. So that 116, that white number right there, that's the only thing it counts for. It does not add in the extra green number whenever you do crit. So if you want to make your crits hit a little bit harder, it gets yourself a lot more damage. Anyway, we see Pudge walking around the backside. Pudge is trying to run away while he can. He might be, yes, he will be going out. Sniper's able to get the last, or Sniper's able to kill him with that shrapnel. Shrapnel doing a little bit too much damage. Meanwhile, we see the Dire side is trying to, or were thinking about trying to go save Pudge, but Pudge died a little bit too fast for the liking. Nick Assassin is over here scouting out everything. He is only level 13, so that's only level 2 of his Vendetta, so he will not be able to spam it, or sorry, use it to its full direction, then use it again.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And the top tower for Dire does go down, not good at all. The creep's able to push that down. That's not good. That's a free tower that these guys got. Nature Prophet TP and then Nature Prophet, I think, yes, he will be finding himself a sniper. So he will be finding himself Sand King. Sniper does go down on the backside too. The Nick Assassin able to push him off. Sand King just waiting over here. Sand King does get caught in the corner, so he gets chain stunned essentially. And he goes down to the Faceless Void. Faceless Void able to pick up that kill. And there's a time walk from the Faceless Void in the other direction, trying to get a kill on top of this that Stalker. I don't think it was a really good a good choice. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. They will be able to get this kill regardless. Prophet's able to pick up that last hit. And now we see a Coddle and a Nick Assassin going toe-to-toe with these treants. They're going to stand still for a few seconds and then decide, hey, we should run away. Windrunner is going to force himself forward, not able to actually go for anything because there was a beautiful mechanism charge popped by that Coddle, and there's invisibility activated by Nick Assassin, so he's not able to get killed by that Faceless Void. Faceless Void trying to wall as much as he possibly can on top of that Coddle. Coddle might be able to make it away. I don't really know. Coddle's trying to build himself that pipe, or trying to build himself a pipe. Hook from Pudge does miss everything. If that hook would have hit that Faceless Void definitely went down. And there's a Nature Prophet TP. I think Nature Prophet TP'd in. Did he I think Nature Prophet TP'd in and he died for it. So that was a pretty weird TP in. He was trying to go in and finish off the Nick Assassin, but he got tunnel vision and he went down because of that tunnel vision. He had tunnel vision and he saw the light at the end of the tunnel and went down. But anyway, we see Pudge running around. Pudge trying to see if he can catch anybody off. He's trying to build an Aghanim Scepter. Pretty cool item for him to have because it heals him up whenever he uses his ulti, which is actually really useful, especially considering the fact that he might be getting focused. Daedalus coming up on that Faceless Void, so Faceless Void definitely, really desperately needs to build himself some form of agility, so that way he can actually take advantage of all that crit that he's getting. Daedalus is up, by the way, so really the only thing Faceless Void is lacking in is agility to back up his crit, because right now he will only be critting for not counting double damage. Whenever he does crit, he'll only be critting for is that times 2.5, 2.4, 2.4. Calculator it is. Let's see, calculator. 2.4 times 2, or sorry, 1, 2, 1 equals. He'll only be critting for 290 plus 84, so plus 84. He'll only be critting for 374, and that's not really a lot. We see Sniper getting caught. Sniper does go down to the Pudge. Pudge does not have Aghanim Scepter, but it doesn't really matter. Also from Faceless Void, able to catch out everybody, and he's going to be able to get a free kill, dominating, going to him. Sand King was not only shackled to retreat, but he was also caught inside of that Chronosphere, so that's pretty tough for him. Nick has to walk around the backside trying to see if he can get a quick kill. He does have that Dagon level 1, not really all that much, but he might be able to get a quick kill on top of the Windrunner. Windrunner is going to be going for Roshan. These guys might be able to get it. Nick Assassin can just wait here and try to steal it from him, but they will not be able to kill it fast enough. He's going to go for a quick kill on top of his Windrunner. Windrunner will not be going down. Everything getting thrown on top of Windrunner. No Dagon, no Dagon. Come on, Nick Assassin, Dagon, you built it for a reason. Dagon that Phantomlancer. Now he mana burns him instead. Nick Assassin definitely playing a little bit risky. If you build a Dagon, guys, please use it. Dagon gives you extra damage, which is why they recommend you to use it. So in that engagement, he could have killed that Windrunner a lot faster just by Dagoning her. He could have killed that Phantomlancer a lot faster just by Dagoning him. Because Dagon would have did more than enough damage to actually get the kill. So if you build the item, guys, use it. Otherwise, don't build it. That's pretty much all I really have to say about that. As I always say, no offense to the players, guys. No offense to the players at all, but still, he could have used that Dagon to get an easier kill on top of that Windrunner or Phantomlancer. Moving on to items, we see Windrunner trying to build stuff what looks to be a Desolator. She also has the Orchid Malevolence. I don't think I called it out whenever it was up. But the Orchid Malevolence is up on top of her, so she's pretty happy about that. We see Faceless is finally starting to build himself the diffusal blade, a very late diffusal blade. I honestly think instead of building Vlad, he should have built that diffusal blade first, or maybe build himself a Yasha and then diffusal blade. That's what I've seen commonly. But anyway, we see two of the people on the Radiant side walk around the backside. They will be trying to go in for a quick kill on top of Nick Assassin and his Night Stalker, but they will not be able to get that at all. Faceless is going to be coming in here farming. There's a sniper here to support him as well. He is invisible. These guys will just be pushing his creep wave right on back to where it was. It's an auto attack coming from Sniper. There you go, Faceless is critting for 500. Wow, really? Yeah, he's critting for 500 anyway. Desolator is purchased by that Windrunner, so she's pretty happy as far as her damage output goes. She does have 3 points inside of her focus fire, so all she needs is an Aghanim Scepter, and she'll be happy with her damage output. And maybe MKB as well. MKB is so annoying when Windrunner uses focus fire, because you pretty much can't run. It's pretty much a perma stun. That's all it really is. Another Dagon recipe purchased by Nick Assassin, so Nick Assassin will have Dagon level 2 to do a little bit more burst damage, or just to sit there and look pretty inside his inventory. Look at that pretty darn pretty Dagon, or pretty darn Dagon pretty. No, I'm trying to make it all these. That darn dirty. Anyway, let's just pretend that whatever I said was successful, and let's move on to the rest of this match, guys. Yeah, let's do that. So we see an Invis rune down here. Who's going to be picking up? I think Faceless should pick it up because Faceless ulti is up, and he can just Chronosphere in the middle of everybody if he just picks one up. But he decides not to. He wants to just man mode it down here. We got TP coming in from Nature Prophet. Nature Prophet will be able to push his creep wave back. He does have a Desolator himself, so we got 2 Desolators on the Radiant side. And we got, oh my god, so much damage being done by the Faceless. Windrunner able to pick up one kill, and Faceless able to pick up the other. And we see this tower taking -9 or -6 armor, taking quite a bit of damage from everything. The bottom tower for the Dire is taking quite a bit of damage. Beautiful ulti from Sankey. Sankey caused that blade mail as well. Now he's going to channel the Sandstorm. Windrunner almost going down to that Sandstorm, to everything. Sankey doing quite a bit of damage. If only his teammates were here to actually finish him off, because there's a lot of easy kills right here. This is like a Dagon level 2 kill right here. This is also a free kill for the Night Stalker. So Nature Prophet will be going down around the backside.
Turns to gray.
And Sankey's going to be running away while he can. As invisibility rune popped by that Face of Void finally. I think if he would have picked that up earlier, that might have been a little bit easier for him to step with. And we see Face of Void scouting out for his teammates, letting them know, hey, Sankey's right here. But Sankey just decides to turn around and throw a stun. Then Face of Void will be going down, but no, Windrunner doing a little bit too much damage too fast, and she kills that Sankey before he's able to get out of that out of that non-latching shackle shot. Night Stalker is walking around the backside. He's trying to see if he can get a quick kill on top of somebody. He might be able to get a quick kill on top of this Face of Void, but he decides not to. He's trying to get that Windrunner, but she's a little bit too far away. He could have just put a negative urn charge on top of her. That's one thing you can do, guys. Use your urn charges offensively. Just go ahead and use it, but it doesn't really matter. He goes down to the Face of Void nonetheless. Face of Void able to life steal a little bit too much, and there is a Battle Fury coming up on top of him. Or something. I don't really know what's coming up on top of the Face of Void, but he has himself a Claymore. This will be extremely late battle. This is extremely late Battle Fury coming up on Face of Void, guys. Not ideal at all. If you're going to be building a Battle Fury as a Face of Void, definitely build it early on. The reason why you build a Battle Fury as a Face of Void is not necessarily, or not just because it's good in Chronosphere, but because it helps you with farming. Whenever you build a Battle Fury, as a carry in general, it's a farming tool. That's all Battle Fury is. It's a farming tool that happens to give you damage, and it gives you a nice little cleave ability as a melee person. So if he would have had that Battle Fury earlier, he could have farmed up a Daedalus later. Daedalus is not necessary for him at all, but he's going to go ahead and go in on top of Nick Assassin. Nick Assassin does go down. Wicked 6 free for him.
Past tense.
And Nick Assassin becomes past tense, apparently. Actually, hold on. 1 second. 130. Let me make sure I was telling you guys the right thing, because I'm a little bit suspicious now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, so I didn't know that. Alright, so critting accounts for bonus damage.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Alrighty then. Alright, so guys, I was totally wrong on that. Critting does count for your bonus damage, so whenever you do build bonus damage and you have that base damage, your crit does count for that. Totally sorry about that, guys, but I was always under the impression that crit only counted whenever, for your base.
Under attack.
That actually counts, that does actually apply to double damage though. I will say that much. So whenever you do have a double damage, it only applies to your base damage. It does not apply to your extra damage. 4-stab forward for Windrunner. She 4-stabs Phantom Lance in the wrong direction. Phantom Lance does have that diffusal blade up. Finally, his illusions are doing a little bit more damage. And there's also mana burn as well. So there's Night Stalker getting a little bit more damage done to him. That illusion is so tanky, taking at least 3 tower shots. and they will be pushing his lane in. So I think the Radiant are on a really good foot, to be honest. Sand King does come out to the backside. He's doing his ulti side of everything. That's an active scepter on his ulti as well. He's saying he's throw strikes everybody. Nick Assassin finally he's in a Dagon, getting a quick kill on top of those guys. And so Windrunner running away. And H-Pop was able to TP out. Or no, he was not able to TP out. He did get stunned. He's getting throw strikes. He's getting permanent stunned. And he goes down to the triple kill. To the Sand King. Triple kill for him. And yeah, items, Battle Fury coming up on Face Void, like I said, actually no, Goldgraph first. Goldgraph is still in favor of the Radiant, surprisingly, despite the fact that Faceless did abandon. Okay, Faceless did come back. He hadn't abandoned because he stood still for quite a long time, but he did come back at the end. The XP graph, as I always say about the XP graph, the XP graph is relatively irrelevant because the longer and longer the game goes on, the closer and closer it converges to 0, but it's still a very good indicator of where everybody is at this current point in time. So, you can see the Radiant has a really good advantage at this current point in time, so yeah, I mean, that's really been reflected in their pushing power. They're able to push down so many towers. I mean, they're 3 towers up on the Dire, so that's really good for them. Moving on, or continuing on the items. As far as big items go, like I said, Desolator up on that Faceless Void. Windrunner has, sorry, not Desolator, Daedalus up on that Faceless Void, or Daedalus, whatever you want to call it. I call it, let me see the phonetics of the situation. Yes, Daedalus. Daedalus up on that Faceless Void, but I'm still gonna call it Daedalus. Windrunner has himself a Desolator. There's also a Desolator up on Sniper, so Desolators for all. Desolator up on Nature Prophet as well. And Nature Prophet trying to build himself what looks to be a Sheepstick. And there's a Wicked Six free on top of the Coddle, on top of the Windrunner. There's a kill going to Sniper in the middle. So this guy's pretty much getting caught out. The Dire are playing pretty sloppily, if you ask me. I think they lost their advantage, or whatever advantage they might have had. Double damage up on Sand King. Sand King's gonna go ahead and channel his Sandstorm, do a lot of damage to all the creeps, get himself some free farm, free gold. Look at that, plus 13, plus 38, plus everything. More free gold for you, Sand King, more free gold for you. And then Radiant are gonna go ahead and go for Roshan. It's a pretty good choice for them. Face Void does get bashed up by that Roshan. There's negative armor all around coming to that Roshan. Roshan's taking quite a bit of damage, going down pretty darn fast. He's getting mini stunned as well. So much damage getting done to him. Face Void does pick up that Roshan. No, he does not pick up the Aegis. Sell your Wraith Band, bro. There we go.
Immortality.
Or drop it. Whatever works for you. Drop it, sell it. You could have sold it, got a little bit more gold, but he decided to drop it nonetheless. Dagon, double Dagon purchased up by Nick Assassin. I think it's Dagon level 4. I think we're up to number 4 now. Oh, we got Dagon coming up on Sand King as well. So there's Dagon level 4, Dagon level 2 up on Sand King. So these guys want Dagon. Dagon is not a good item to go for, especially late game. Dagon is only effective early game, really, because everybody has a lot of magic resistance late game. Faceless Void does have himself a Battle Fury. Finally has some Battle Fury. He definitely did his build a little bit backwards. He went for that Battle Fury last as opposed to going for that Daedalus last. He went for the Daedalus first and then Battle Fury. Definitely go for Battle Fury first and then Daedalus. Even before your Mask and Madness, go for your Battle Fury because Battle Fury gives you some extremely good regen as far as staying in lane goes. It gives you 150% that's Perseverance. I'm thinking about Perseverance. Perseverance is a precursor to the Battle Fury, yes. So Perseverance gives you 125% mana regeneration, and it gives you 5 HP regeneration per second, and it also gives you plus 10 damage. Nice little bonus. So definitely get that while you're in the laning stage because in the laning stage you want to stay in your lane as long as possible. You want to spend the least amount of time in your fountain as you possibly can. You want to make sure you get all the experience that you possibly can. So definitely build yourself that Perseverance first. I mean that's really it. That's really the point I'm trying to get at. So Nick Assassin is Vendetted up. He's running around trying to see if he can find anything. He is level 16 or 18, so he's able to see everything. Actually, everybody has level 3 of their ultis, so everybody's able to do a little bit more with their ultis and take a little bit more advantage of everything. And my mouse is disgusting. I have like dirt on my mouse. It's nasty. So anyway, Diffuse Blade up on Faceless. Has he used the Diffusal Charge yet? No, he has not used the Diffusal Charge just yet. He should use the Diffusal Charge right now so he can get a quick kill on top of this Night Stalker. But no, it doesn't really matter. We're going to do a little bit too much damage. She does kill that Night Stalker. Nick Assassin almost killed himself with Sniper, but he did change his focus and threw out a Impale on top of 2, and then still went down regardless. So Sniper didn't make it out alive. And Nature Prophet and Faceless Void are pushing up top lane. Sheepstick up on Prophet, pretty cool for him. Aegis is still up on that Faceless Void, and the bottom lane is getting pushed down in the favor of the Dire, but the Radiant really don't care. They can pretty much take any and everything they want. The Dire are really behind. Channel's ulti coming in from Sand King. Sand King's going to be going in for these guys. Go out the first strike, doing matches off the game set Faceless Void, but it doesn't matter. He has Aegis. He'll be back up soon. Sheepstick activated on top of Sand King. Probably should have waited for that. There's a Blade Mail activated by the Sand King as well. He does get caught in that Chronosphere, but it doesn't matter if Faceless is not even focusing on him. Now Faceless turns around, go for that Sand King. Sand King just gets sprouted up, and the time walk activated by the Faceless. No detection for these guys, so Sand King will be able to channel his way to safety. Windrunner's probably going to throw a power shot. Just throw a power shot. That's all you have to do. They're waiting here for Sand King. Sand King does finally go around, and everybody in Sand King's life. Sand King just barely able to make it alive. Pudge, Faceless is going to go in for the kill. Not a good idea. Sand King just channels his Sandstorm once again, and they almost go down for that. Windrunner shoots the power shot. Top tower for Dire does go down to the Radiant, and I think the Radiant definitely do have a handle on things. I still think Faceless needs a little bit more. Faceless' build is really lacking. It's a lot to be wanted coming from the build, is what I'm trying to say. Windrunner is using her shot, Force Fire, Focus Fire on top of that tower. And Nick Assassin is here. Nick Assassin might be able to pick himself off a quick Face Void. There's Face Void going down to Nick Assassin. Meanwhile, we see Sand King Burrow Strike in, and we see who's that? Everybody's Screamer's going down. Nate's Prophet TP's in. He's low HP. Prophet, what are you doing here? Prophet, go home. Prophet, go home. You're drunk. No, Prophet's gonna die. Prophet's gonna die too. We got Sandstorm activated. Face Void, not Face Void. Nice Stalker is chasing that Prophet. It's still nighttime too. And Prophet's finally. Prophet, what are you doing? TP out. What are you doing? Oh, he does have TP for another 6 seconds. He gets silence. He gets everything, and he finally goes down. But they still did get a tower. They got a tower instead of racks, and they also got a tower, mid tower. And this buybacks galore coming from the Radiant side. So they want to go ahead and end this. Face Void's the only one who did buyback. I don't think he has buyback. Yes, he does have buyback, but he's not going to buyback. The Sniper's going to go toe-to-toe with this Nice Stalker. Nice Stalker's getting wailed on by this Windrunner. Windrunner's just trying to make sure she gets some focus on top of the build. She forced herself forward. She will be going down to the ulti from Sand King. Sand King still so much damage to the ulti, but it doesn't matter. He still goes down at the end of the day, and Sniper's doing this massive amounts of damage to Kato. Kato goes down, and they just stood still for him, so why not? So now Sniper and Prophet will be able to push back everything. And Sniper has himself a Hyperstone, so he's attacking a little bit faster. Definitely, as an alternative to the Hyperstone for Sniper, definitely go for a Maelstone. Maelstone's a little bit more useful because it gives you that ability to help push the creep waves back faster, and it also gives you increase in attack speed. I think it gives you less than a Hyperstone, yeah, but it gives you some nice damage. And also gives you, it gives you 24 damage and 25 attack speed, and a chance to give yourself a chain stone. Or sorry, chain lightning, as it's called. So yeah, so this game is pretty much going over. This game is pretty much ending. That Inch is going down pretty down fast. Phantom Lancers and Radiant Creeps. That's pretty much the end of it. So, man, that was a, like I said, pretty weird match, pretty weird captain's mode. Sorry, pretty weird bans and picks. But I definitely would prefer to see bans and picks like that as opposed to just a standard type of thing. So anyway, this game was sent in by the Sniper by WP.QQ. So definitely big shout out to WP.QQ. Thank you for sending me this match. It was an entertaining match, nonetheless. Go away, Steam. I hate it when that happens, like the thing pops down. So anyway, a few things to make comments on. Definitely, or I guess moving down the list, because I did see a few things I wanted to comment on, so I'm going to go ahead and comment on those things while I have the time, since I'm only an hour and 6 minutes into the cast, right? So let's see, Face Void. As far as Face Void goes, Face Void, please build yourself a Perseverance first. When you're in lane, do not rush straight for that Mask of Madness. Lifesteal seems like a really good thing, but Lifesteal is overrated, especially at early levels. Lifesteal gives you, Morbid Mask gives you 15% lifesteal, and at the early stages when you only hit for about 70 or 80 damage, that's less than 15 HP is restoring to you every hit, and you have to be close enough to him to actually hit him to get the lifesteal to proc. So definitely go for something more safe, like Battle Fairy. Or sorry, not a Battle Fairy, like a Perseverance, because a Perseverance requires you to build a Ring of Health, which gives you, I think, 5 HP regen per second. And that's much more useful to you as opposed to going for that Morbid Mask, because a Morbid Mask, you kind of have to be active, and you kind of have to get close to them, actually hit them, and they'll more than likely be hitting you back during a lot of time. So a Ring of Health is really good for helping you stay in your lane, help you sustain yourself, and just farm for as long as you possibly can, and then you can build your Battle Fury right off the back of that. And then after you build your Battle Fury, you can farm for a little bit more, and then build yourself a Mask of Madness. And after you build your Mask of Madness, you can farm for a little bit more, build yourself I would recommend actually a Maelstrom. And then after you finish your Maelstrom, farm for a little bit more, and then build yourself a Daedalus and just become unstoppable. But you still did get to that eventually, but you got to it in a very weird fashion. And as you can see, the middle game wasn't really as effective as you wanted to be. That Mask of Madness definitely helped you out as far as your damage output goes. So as you saw, but if you had a Battle Fury, you might have been able to get a few more kills than just focusing on one person, only doing damage to them. You could have had the Battle Fury to do a splash damage to everybody. So that's all I'd say about Faceless. Build yourself some region so you can stay in lane a little bit longer. Moving on to Windrunner. Windrunner, what did I have to see? What did I see? I don't remember what I saw. Wasn't really paying much attention to you. You built relatively standard items. Oh, your focus fire. You got focus fire really early. Focus fire is not really all that useful until you get some type of unique attack modifier, in my personal opinion. Mainly because whenever you do focus fire, it reduces your damage by 50% at level 1 and up to 30, and reduces down to 30% at level 16. And really, that can wait because early on, your damage output is not really all that much. Despite the fact that you did build yourself a Force Staff and an Orchids, that's not really increasing your damage all that much. So your focus fire is reducing your damage by quite a bit, and you can only use it on one target. So, excuse me, I'm burping over here. So the thing I was gonna say about that is save that point for focus fire. Like instead of spending your point in focus fire, spend your point in something else. A lot of times I see Windrunners max out, or say get 1 point in Windrunner and max out their shackle shot, max out their power shot, and put points in stats afterwards, and then they put a point, or sorry, then they max out their wind run, and then they finally at the very end max out their focus fire, because focus fire is not really all that useful until the end of the game unless you're going for a push strat. But you did have yourself Aghanim Scepter, so you were able to finally take advantage of that. But like I said before, Aghanim Scepter reduces your cooldown, or reduces the cooldown on your ulti quite a bit, like to 6 seconds or something like that, something ridiculous. And you won't really be able to take advantage of your ulti until you get Aghanim Scepter. Because once you change targets, you lose all that extra attack speed. So anyway, that's all we have to say about that. Moving on, Sniper. Sniper, you were the one sent in the game. One thing I would recommend to you is definitely build yourself some form of regen while you're in the lane. Your items are really good. You have yourself a AC, you have yourself a Desolate, you have yourself a Shadow Blade. Shadow Blade really helped you out, really helped you stay alive, and also saw you tread switching. So yeah, very good on you for tread switching, because that's something I don't see a lot for some reason. People decide to build power treads and keep it on one set of things. They keep it on agility, they keep it on strength, they keep it on intelligence, they keep it on that one thing and never change them. That's one cool thing about building power treads. You can switch them. So definitely continue switching your treads back and forth. As far as what you should build for regen, honestly I couldn't really recommend anything. I don't really know what Sniper will build for regen. Oh no, Helmet of Dominator, duh. So definitely build yourself a Helmet of Dominator. That's a really good item for you. It's good until you build yourself a Desolator, of course. But by that time you're probably yeah, it's just good until you build yourself a Desolator, and Desolator doesn't come until later on in the game. So build yourself a Helmet of Dominator. It'll help you out with regen. The lifesteal is good for you because you have enough range to actually take advantage of lifesteal, and you attack you attack fast enough to actually take advantage of it as well. And if you're really concerned about regen, just build yourself a what's it called? It's a thing. The Helmet of Iron Will. Build yourself a Helmet of Iron Will and just sit on that for a long time, and then build yourself your other items. So that way you have some passive regen, and you also have yourself some armor. Moving on to Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer, you build a Vladimir's Offering. I do not recommend that at all as a Phantom Lancer, because Phantom Lancer doesn't really help you out at all. And on top of that, the only person that benefits on your team is Faceless Void. So the reason why it doesn't really benefit Phantom Lancer at all is hold on, let me look that up real fast. I don't think Vladimir's Offering works on illusions. So the point I was trying to get at was just the fact that Vladimir's Offering doesn't help you out all that much. Hold on. I see. Make it clear that Vlad's doesn't work on illusions. I'm just looking up. I'm just googling some stuff. It says there really should be some kind of warning that there really should be some kind of warning on Vlad's that it does not affect illusions in any way. I'm tired of people buying it on PL because they don't know any better. So there you go. There's a forum post. The internet says it, so it must be true. So there you go. Vladimir's Offering does not work on illusions at all, guys. So if you're playing a Phantom Lancer and you want to build yourself a Vladimir's Offering, do not do it. That's all I have to say. Build yourself something else instead. So that's essentially a waste of gold. The only person who was benefiting was you and Faceless Void. That's it. Your illusions do not get any lifesteal from Vladimir's Offering. I repeat, your illusions do not get any lifesteal from Vladimir's Offering, so it's a complete waste of gold. Like I said, the only person benefiting from it besides you was Faceless Void, and that's not really all that useful because Faceless Void has lifesteal of his own, so he doesn't really need your lifesteal. Instead of building that Vladimir's Offering, you could have built yourself to your Diffusal Blade. As you can see, the cost of the Diffusal Blade is 3,300 gold, which I thought was a little bit more expensive, but it's not. And your Vladimir's Offering is 2,050 gold. That's essentially, what is that? Oh god, I can't do that math fast enough, can I? Okay, that's 1,250 gold away from your Diffusal Blade. So you delayed your Diffusal Blade by 2,050 gold. So instead of going for the Vladimir's Offering first, you could have went straight for the Diffusal Blade, and then you could have went straight for Yasha. Actually, no, I take that back. Instead of going for Vladimir's Offering, you could have just went for Yasha. So that way your illusions will actually do damage. So anyway, all that in the long rant to say, Vladimir's offering do not go for as a Phantom because it does nothing, absolutely nothing for your illusions. The general thought is, oh yeah, I have illusions, I can give them lifesteal. No, it doesn't work. Despite the animation, it does not work. So that's the main thing I have to say about Phantom Lancer. That's the main thing I have to say about you. That's the main thing I have to say about every other Phantom Lancer in the world that I have seen build a Vladimir's offering. Don't do it, because it doesn't do anything for you. For your illusions, that is. Moving on to Nature Prophet. Nature Prophet, you build yourself a Hand of Midas. The only thing I recommend for you is stay in the jungle for a lot longer. You built yourself a Hand of Midas, and it wasn't all that fast of a Hand of Midas, but it was about like a 15-16 minute Hand of Midas, which is a decent timing on Hand of Midas. So once you build that item, just stay in the jungle, continue farming, farm as many creeps you possibly can, then build your items, farm up your items, farm up your Sheep Stick, farm up your Aghanim Scepter, farm up your Desolator, farm up whatever you want, and then only if or just basically play with the carry mentality. Continue farming. Just farm. And if a team fight breaks out, only go to that team fight if you can get a kill by going to that team fight and not die. If you can't get a kill, like if you TP in and you can't get a kill, then don't do it. If someone wants to organize a gank, then of course you want to be involved in that, so definitely do that. But you were spending a lot of time with your team playing 5-man Dota when you guys did not need to play 5-man Dota. Your team didn't need you in lane. There was three of you down bottom for like a long time, and Kato just threw a whole bunch of Illuminates on top of you, so you all took damage together. That's really the only thing you guys benefited from, was extra damage for everybody, as opposed to you being in the jungle just continue farming, because Nyx Assassin and Kato are relatively, well, okay, they're not all that survivable, but you staying down bottom just to show that all three of you are there, they're going to play a lot safer than they would normally play if there was just 2-on-2, and then you TP around back of them, and then go and destroy somebody. So definitely spend more time farming. Don't worry about the team fights. Don't worry about how they're going. Just farm up your big items, show up out of the jungle, and destroy everything. So moving on to the dark side, starting with Pudge. Bottle first. Don't go for bottle first. Go for Iron Branch and Tango and 2 Iron Branches. If you really want to rush it, go for 1 Tango, 1 Iron Branch. I mean, there's really so many. If you really want to rush for bottle first, then build yourself Tangos first, and then have a bottle delivered to you. The only point I'm trying to get at is that a bottle is not reliable regen. A bottle is not reliable regen. And if you run out of bottle charge and you're not hoarding the runes like you weren't, to be blunt about it, you were not hoarding the runes at all. If you had no regen whenever your bottle charges were out, so you had to go all the way back to all the way back home just to heal up, and then go all the way back into lane. So that's a lot of time you spend out of lane. That's a lot of more XP that Windrunner's getting that you're not getting. So excuse me. So instead of going for bottle first, go for 1 Tango and 2 Iron Branches, and then you'll get your bottle as really fast. Within the first 2 minutes, you'll have your bottle. Trust me, I've done it so many times. Even if you're not really getting on the last hits, well, actually no, you probably have to get like at least 3 last hits or something like that. I think it's like 5 last hits, and you'll have your bottle. Cause actually no, I can do the math real fast. Hold on. Let's see. You start with how much gold? 603 gold. 603 gold. How much you start with? So 603. 603 minus 1 Iron Branch, so 53 gold, minus another Iron Branch, 53 gold, minus Tangos, so 90. So you have 407 gold left after you build 1 Tango and 2 Iron Branches. So you have 407 gold, keep that in mind. So let's see, how much more gold do you need to get yourself a bottle? I'm just going to do the math for the sake of it, so minus 600. I actually turn that to a positive number. Equals, whoops. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. Alright, so turn that into a positive number, so that's 193 golds, all you need. Let's divide that by 4. Actually, no. Sorry, I didn't multiply that by 4. Divide that by 40, because in general, you get about 40 gold per creep that you kill, so divide by 40. So all you have to do is kill 5 creeps in order to get yourself a bottle. So 5 creeps is not a lot. That's basically creep spawn every 30 seconds. Yeah, creep wave spawns every 30 seconds. So that's and I think it's 4 creeps every wave, and a 5 creeps on every other, or every 3rd wave or something like that. Whatever the numbers come out. The 5th creep is the siege creep. But anyway, so that's 4 creeps, so that means you have to farm all of 1 wave plus 1. And then you'll have your bottle, and that'll be fine. So if creeps spawn every 30 seconds, and there's 4 creeps in every wave, let's not count the siege creep, because let's just assume you're not going to be able to get lights on top of that. That's 4 times, what's that, in 2 minutes, our time window is 4 minutes. No, 2 minutes. So that's 4 creep waves that you should see. So that's 4 times 4 is 16. So that's 16 creeps that you have to kill, and all you have to do is kill 5 of them. So let's go and see what percentage of creeps that is. Let's divide that by, let's see, we said 5. Because 5 divided by 16. So all you have to do is kill 30% of the creeps that you face in the first 2 minutes, and then you have your bottle. That is not too much to wait for. That's not too bad. All you have to do is get 5 last hits, guys. 5 last hits is not a lot. Let's multiply it by 100. Just make sure it's 31.25% creeps. I mean that's 30% of creeps. So kill 30% of the creeps in the very beginning of the game, and you have your bottle. And not only that, if you do get harassed or you do see something in your lane that you're not liking too much, or you might see some other build you want to go for, you can just negate the bottle altogether, because bottle at the end of the day costs 600 gold, and if your lane's going extremely well and you want to just move faster so you can just rot them to death, you can build yourself boots instead of a bottle. So you can make that decision. You have that flexibility when you don't go for bottle first, which is what I always stress every single time I face it. Now, if you're continuously holding the runes, like if you're playing a Beastmaster mid and you build yourself bottle first, and you're just like every 2 minutes you're on point, like you just walk up top, your teammates warded the rune spots, and you can just walk up to the rune, pick up the bottle up the rune, and walk back into your lane, and do that every single time, then by all means go for bottle first, because it'll be much more beneficial for you, because bottle gives you really nice regen without having to walk to the lane or walk back to your fountain. But that is only if you're actually hoarding the runes, because whenever you pick up a rune, you get extra bottle charges. If you are not hoarding the runes, then a bottle is completely useless to you, because it's just a nice little It's a nice waste of inventory space. That's all it is. So definitely go for a Tango and 2 Iron Branches, and then go for a bottle, especially if you're not going to be hoarding the runes. Otherwise, you're wasting your gold. So that's pretty much my extremely long rant on that. I will continuously rant that every single time I see it, unless you start holding the runes. But even if you start holding the runes, I'll still mention it just to let you guys know, because I really see that a lot, and I really do not like that mentality of going bottle first. Bottle first is really risky. So otherwise, Pudge's play was decent. You got some hooks. You got some nice hooks here. You got some nice ultis there. Oh yeah, also use your bottle if you have it. There's that one time where Windrunner's in the middle of the lane, and you threw out a hook and you hooked her in, but you didn't have enough mana. Like, you were like 20 mana away from your ulti. If you were to use your bottle, and you had 3 bottle charges, if you were to use your bottle charges while you were walking up to go for that hook, then you would have had more than enough mana to actually get the kill on top of her, and it'll paid off. So if you have a bottle, use it. If you're not sure you're going to be hoarding the runes, don't go for bottle first. If you are sure you're going to be hoarding the runes and you can actually hoard the runes, go for bottle first. But that's really risky. It's really risky to go for bottle first. That's the point I'm trying to get at. Moving on to Sand King. Sand King, you built yourself an Aghanim Scepter. Actually, no. Let me take that statement back and say you built yourself a Dagon. Why did you build a Dagon? I'm still confused on why you built Dagon. You did not have to build Dagon. Excuse me. Your Dagon was extremely late. So was Nyx Assassin's. But Dagon is really powerful early on in the game when nobody has all that much magic resistance. To put that into perspective, let's take a look at Pudge. I know Pudge was on your team, but let's take a look at Pudge. Pudge had how much magic? He had 16% magic resistance plus 30% coming from his Hooded Defiance. So that is that's 48 plus his innate 25% magic resistance. So that's 48 plus 25. That's almost 75% magic resistance that Pudge had. And in order to have that, Pudge had to have level 4 of his Flesh Heap, and he also had to have Hooded Defiance. Now, when you see a Pudge typically play, they get 0 points in their Flesh Heap early on. So that's 16% magic resistance that took them a while to get. And Hooded Defiance is pretty darn expensive, so that's 30% magic resistance that took them a pretty long time to get. So let's say it took them about 30 minutes to get that. It took them 30 minutes to get that. So if you would have had a Dagon at like the 10-minute mark and you were facing a Pudge, that Dagon would definitely paid off, because Pudge wouldn't have all that magic resistance to counter that Dagon that you had. Otherwise, if you decide to wait till the 40-minute mark to build a Dagon, then that's an extremely huge waste of gold, because Pudge has 75%, or essentially 75% magic resistance, and your Dagon does all magic damage. So that means instead of feeling 600 damage, Pudge will only feel, darn it, more math. Darn it, I gotta get better at this math. That's 25 times 6, so 25 times 6, 30, 100 and... Is that, wow, really? No, I'm doing my math wrong. Hold on. Calculator, save me. Save me, calculator, you can do it. What's 25 times 6? 150. Wow, that's bad. So you're only doing 150 with the Dagon level 6. And just to put that into perspective, Dagon is pretty darn expensive. It costs you a whole entire, and hold on, I don't think it doesn't show the actual number here. So I'm going to have to actually calculate this out once. Actually, no, it does. Cool. Sweet. Thank you, Valve. Thank you for updating that. So Dagon level 3 costs 5,380 gold. So that's That's not. I mean, that's quite a big. That's quite a huge investment. That's pretty much a mechanism. That's a pipe. That's anything you can possibly think of. That is, yeah. That is a pipe of insight. That is a mechanism. That is a tornado stick. That's a boots of travel. That's a vanguard. That's an armlet. That's a blade mail. That's a blink dagger. That's 3 blink daggers. Sorry, that's 2 blink daggers. That's a hand of mine. That's a sheep stick. That's almost a sheep stick. Actually, sheep stick's a little bit more expensive. That's a sheep stick. Okay, let's compare it to a sheep stick. That's a little bit closer. Actually, no, it's compared to AC. AC is almost on point. Yeah, look at that. Look how close that gold is. That's 30. That's 30 more gold for an AC. So you could have built yourself an AC instead of building yourself a Dagon. And an AC would have been much more, tremendously more useful for your team, especially because Night Stalker needs a little bit more attack speed. Nick Assassin can also benefit from attack speed, and Pudge can benefit from attack speed. You can benefit from attack speed. So building your Dagon so late was a huge waste of your gold, is what I'm trying to point out. Because you did have your Dagon, or I did not see Dagon from you until like the very end. Moving on to Nick's Assassin, because Nick's Assassin did the same thing. I'm just tying you two into the same comment. Nick's Assassin, your Dagon was extremely late. You built the Urn of Shadows first, and then you built the Arcane Boots, and then you built your Dagon. If you're going to be building Dagon, and you know you're going to be building Dagon, build your Dagon before you build anything else, really. Build yourself some boots, build yourself some form of regen, so Urn of Shadows is fine, and then build Dagon. Dagon is much more effective early on, and then build your mana boots. Or actually, honestly, I would recommend building your mana boots before you build Dagon, so you can actually have the mana to use Dagon, especially early on, and then go for Urn of Shadows later, or maybe just have a few pieces of Urn of Shadows and then go for everything else. But anyway, just reorder your build, because your build is inefficient. That's what I'm trying to say. You need your Dagon as early as freaking possible in order for it to actually pay off. So you need your Dagon by level 6, let's put it that way. You need Dagon level 2 by level 6, let's put it that way. So just give you a little bit more pressure to make you a little bit more effective. So you can actually run around and gank and go for those quick assassinations. Moving on, I'll pretty much end my comments on Sand King because I have extended out a little bit long. Moving on to Nick's Assassin. The only thing I would say is you built the Urn of Shadows. Also, Dagon comment, don't forget that. But the Urn of Shadows, you built the Urn of Shadows after Night Stalker built his Urn of Shadows, and you do not need 2 Urn of Shadows. I know Urn of Shadows was probably in your plan, but because Night Stalker had Urn of Shadows, there was no need for you to go for one. It did save your life in that one engagement, I will give you that, but it's still a useless item for you to have, or still useless for your team to have 2 of them. Mainly because whenever somebody dies, that Urn of Shadow charge only goes to either you, Nick's Assassin, or to Night Stalker. So it goes to one or the other. It does not go to both. So that is not. So what that's saying is, if you both have Urn of Shadows, and say you both have 5 charges, like each one has 5 charges already, and a Phantom Lancer dies near you guys, both of you are in range of the Urn's effective range for picking up a charge, and Phantom Lancer dies right next to you guys. Only Night Stalker will pick up an Urn charge, or only you would pick up an Urn of Shadow charge. So do not go for 2 Urn of Shadows, because I mean it's a waste of gold essentially, because only one of you guys can actually take advantage of it. That's 875 gold that you could have spent somewhere else, or that's 875 gold that Night Stalker could have spent somewhere else. And to be honest, it's really a toss-up as to who should get it, because Night Stalker technically should be roaming around ganking everything, because he has nighttime. He can just pretty much kill everything, run in somebody's lane, kill him pretty fast, run in somebody else's lane, kill him pretty fast, and he can get Urn charges that way. But on the same token, you can do the same exact thing, because you have your Vendetta, which you can run around, or you can turn invisible, jump into a lane unsuspected, and go for a quick kill, go for quick assassinations, and then possibly get a double kill, or help the lane get 2 kills. So that's more Urn charges that you're getting. So I mean, if I had to pick one, I honestly would say that you should get the Urn of Shadows, yes, but that does not negate the fact that Night Stalker has Urn of Shadows first. So that means you should just left it. You should have built something else, because Night Stalker has Urn of Shadows complete in his inventory, and he was walking around with it. So moving on to it's like teamwork thing. Communication with your team is basically what I'm trying to say. Moving on to keep it light. Keep it light. You were, what was I saying? Oh, you push your lane. You pushed your lane quite a bit in the early phase, but I mean, I can't really blame you too much for that, because you had a Nick's Assassin with you. Nick's Assassin needs a little bit of farm, yeah, but he doesn't really need much. He wants to build a Dagon, and then he wants to run around and gank. He gets most of his gold from ganking and stuff. But still, nonetheless, you were pushing your lane, which put you guys in very dangerous positions, as you guys saw whenever Prophet TP down bottom and just hung out for like 30 hours. You guys were still technically in danger, in a much more dangerous position. You were in the enemy's territory as opposed to being to yours. So if you can help it, don't use your Illuminate on creeps. Use your Illuminate on the people who are trying to farm the creeps, which I know is pretty hard to do, but all you have to do is just charge your Illuminate and just aim it towards the back of the creep wave, like completely miss the creep wave, but aim it towards the heroes where they'll probably be standing, and then you'll be fine. You'll be doing your job, as opposed to hitting the entire creep wave plus the enemies. Because if you hit an entire creep wave plus the enemies, then what that's going to do is, one, it's going to, do damage to the enemies, so they'll be forced to play backwards a little bit, like more towards their tower. But you're also pushing the creep wave back towards their tower, so they can not only play safely, because they're low HP, but they can also still farm because you push the creep wave back towards the tower. Instead, what would be a much better thing for you to do is to use your Illuminate on the area where the heroes will probably be hanging out, and just hit them consistently, so they'll have to be like forced to play back towards their tower, but the creep wave will be up towards your tower, so not only can they not get experience, but they're also low, and if they decide to come out and get some experience, get into experience range, you can throw out either another Illuminate, or because you have a Nick assassin in your lane, you can go for a quick kill on top of them. So definitely things to think about. But as far as your items builds go, I mean, you built the mechanism for your team, you built the pipe for your team, you're playing supportive role. I can't really blame you too much for that. I can't knock you too much for that. I don't think I saw wards, mini wards. I think Sniper was the only one buying wards out of the entire map, which is actually a big blunder. Wards help you so much as far as seeing who's coming around the corner, as far as spotting the runes, as far as scouting out who's in the enemy jungle farming. So definitely buy wards, especially if you're playing support. And moving over back to the rating side real fast, if you're playing support, I think the only support person was... Yeah, nobody's really playing support. So anyway, Sniper built wards, so it doesn't really matter. Sniper bailed you guys out, guys. Sniper bailed you guys out. So moving over to last but not least, the Night Stalker. Night Stalker, you built yourself a Vanguard. It was a late Vanguard. It was a 20, maybe 25 minute Vanguard, but I think you had the potential to build it a lot sooner. If you're going to be building Vanguard, build it as soon as you possibly can, because the later you build Vanguard, the worse it is. The worse off it is. I think I've done the numbers before with Naga Siren specifically, and I can give you guys those numbers real fast because I did do a lot of math on that, and I take pride in that. I actually sat down and did like the math and numbers and all that stuff. So let me go ahead and bring that up so I can read that out to you guys. Basically what I did was I took Naga Siren and I compared armor to damage block, because the argument was that actually no, the argument was something totally different, but I was trying to figure out how much damage block will actually help out the Naga Siren. And in the early stages of the game, in the specific instance where somebody was doing 10 auto attacks, 50 damage per auto attack, only 50 damage per auto attack, so that's a total of 500 damage over time. The no armor Naga Siren, this is counting base armor. Base armor did count into this. The damage that she took was 368 damage out of 500. As opposed to the damage block one. Wait, hold on. I think I read that wrong. Yeah, no, I didn't read that wrong. So she took 300. So out of 1,008. Sorry, she took 368.62 damage. And when she had the Vanguard, yeah, when she had the Vanguard, she took only 88.62 damage. So as you guys can see, the amount of damage that she took, comparing those two numbers together, the damage mitigated with the no items, just flat armor, base armor. That's basically the armor that she gets from agility, the armor she gets from her base stats and all that stuff. At level 1, this is all level 1 by the way, was 26.27% damage mitigated. So she felt 80 something or 74% damage. Moving on to the Vanguard scenario though, where she only had a Vanguard and she was only level 1 with the same stats. And keep in mind that the base armor did still count for this instance as well, mainly because she has her base armor at all levels, despite what items she has. So it'll only be fair if it counted also inside of this one, so you won't skew the results. So anyway, she only took, the damage mitigated was 82.28%. What that means is that she took only about 28% damage. And that's when she had a Vanguard versus when she didn't have a Vanguard. And those numbers are really good to point out because the main focus of that was basically how much damage would you prevent by building Vanguard. And the case, or in that specific instance where she's level 1 and somebody's only hitting for 50 damage, then she mitigates quite a bit. She mitigates almost she mitigates 80% of that. Moving over to later stages where somebody hits for 500 damage per auto attack. So 10 auto attacks and you deal 500 damage per auto attack, so that's 5,000 damage total. In the instance where she had just base armor, just a 5.94 base armor. If you guys are really interested in this, I can lead you guys to a link to let you guys read for yourselves the exact numbers and stuff. But I'm just giving you guys an overall glazing statement that does apply. When she had the armor and somebody dealt 500 damage per auto attack, So that's 5,000 damage total over 10 auto attacks. The damage mitigated when she only had level 1 with no extra armor, no extra anything. It was 26.28% damage mitigated, and that's with no items. All she has is like 10,000 HP because I had to give her more HP because it did more damage. All she has is 10,000 HP. She mitigated to 26.28 damage. So that means she only felt 84% of that, which is still a lot. I know it's still a lot. But anyway, move over to Vanguard. When she had just the Vanguard and someone was hitting for 500 damage, keep in mind 500 damage per auto attack. That's more than 50 damage. The damage mitigated was only 31.88%. Now, just to put that number to perspective, what that means is whenever Vanguard procced, that means that Vanguard only blocked 40 damage. Now, if somebody's hitting for 500 and you're blocking 40 of that damage, that's pretty much no damage that you're blocking. That means they're still hitting you for 590. Oh, sorry. Whoa, God, no, my fault. They're only hitting you for 420 damage. No, wait. Sorry, 460. Jeez, math is bad for me, guys. They're only hitting you for 460 damage. Now, to compare that to the other case where someone was hitting for 50 damage per auto attack, and you were blocking 40 damage, 40 flat damage whenever Vanguard did proc, you're pretty much only feeling 10 damage. Now, what that says is that the more damage that somebody has per auto attack, the less effective Vanguard becomes. So you building your Vanguard so late, so all this goes along extremely long way to say that you building your Vanguard so late was significantly less effective for you, mainly because people were hitting a little bit harder than just their normal 50 damage per auto attack because they're leveling up, because they're higher levels, they have bigger items. Let's take Windrunner for example. Windrunner is hitting at least 60 damage per auto attack. Actually no, 60 plus, yeah, 60 plus 30 plus, what is this, 24. Let's just say she was hitting for 60 plus 30 plus 24, so that's 80, wait no, that's 90. That's 114 just from bonus damage. So she's hitting for 114 with just bonus damage when you had your damage block. So you're only blocking 40 of that. So that means you're feeling about, what was that, 70? 70 of that? You're feeling about 70 of that, whatever that number comes out to be. You're feeling about 70 of that. Now, let's take those items away from Windrunner and say she's only hitting for, let's just give her phase boots. She's hitting for 24 damage total. Whenever your damage block does proc early game when she only has 24 damage to her name, then that means you're blocking all of that damage completely whenever Vanguard's proc. So definitely build your Vanguard as soon as you possibly can before they get those big items. The faster you build it, the much more effective it'll be for you, and the much more better you'll be off later on. So I mean, all that goes a super long way to say build your Vanguard faster. That's really my main point, guys. And also, the rest of your items are decent. Armlet, Earnest Shadows, phase boots, yeah, decent, nice Stalker items. You did die a lot though, so that means you probably need to be a little bit more careful, a little bit more cautious about when you decide to go in for fights. So anyway, that's pretty much all I had to say about that. I'll pretty much end it at that, leave it at that. My name is Coolblow's, bunch of guys. Viewer Replay Cast number 21. Number 21? Yes. Viewer Playcast number 21. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope these hints actually meant something to you. I hope they made sense, especially that super long explanation on damage block versus armor. And yeah, if you guys have any replays you guys want me to cast, definitely send them in to me. I'll be glad to cast them for you guys eventually. I have been slacking a little bit as of recent, but I am trying to catch up on my replays because I need to hurry up and cast these things before they all become expired, because that did happen to me before. That was pretty sad. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the cast. If you guys have any critiques that you guys want to give me, please send them in. I am always open to critiques, but please keep it constructive, because destructive criticism doesn't solve much of anything. And by constructive, I mean, it's like, instead of saying, oh man, you suck, say things like, oh yeah, it would be much better if you did this, or it'd be much better if you did that, or maybe you could try this, as opposed to saying, oh man, you suck at doing this, or you blah this, or this is horrible, and blah. Like at least provide something for me to go off, as opposed to just saying I'm bad at casting, because I know I'm bad at casting. I'm still learning. But anyway, yeah, see you guys whenever.